this is Duncan reporting for MG Stories. And it's a garage report, and it's the Sunday after the sad weekend for me at the Spring Classic at Tromblon. And little report to say that I think I've solved the oil leak. Not that you can solve all oil leaks. After all, it's an MGB. But for now, the leak on the front plate, the timing cover, has been solved. So I'm really damn happy. I took all the plate apart, as you know, and I scienced it all. I got the right measurements for the bolts and things. But even when I put it back together, it was still leaking. Anyway, a quick chat with a certain Joe this morning basically said that there's two bolts, and I'm going to try and point them out. There's two bolts at the bottom of the timing cover, and it's those two there. They look very shiny because they're damn spanking new, but they go all the way into the crankcase. So when you put the bolt in, if there's any kind of space in the thread and things like that, oil will scoot up the thread and leak out. And that is precisely what was happening. So trip to Canadian Tire plumbing section, and I got the pipe thread dope with PTFE, heat resistant and all that. And essentially this gets used in plumbing to help secure a thread. So a big dollop of that on the two bolts, and without having to take the flywheel off, because when you have the right tools for the job, when you're at home, you can make it work. And in this instance, it's a wrench head on the end of a ratchet. So we're just popping that in there and tightening it up a little quarter at a time. Solved it. So I was able to do all that work, take the bolts out without removing the steering rack and without removing the flywheel. So that was awesome. And as you can see by the grin on my face, because the oil leak has stopped, at least for now, I'm pretty happy. So gin and tonic for that. The only other thing that's occurred since then is the removal of the exhaust, because the next race is going to be at Mosport, and having had a video taken of the back of my race car on the racetrack at Trois Rivières by my brother, and it's sounding like an electric car because it was so quiet compared to the rest, I'm going loud. So the back box that normally sits there is going to be a straight pipe, and going to get a bit bloody loud. So looking forward to that. Anyway, this is Duncan for MG Stories. Back to the studio.